if you're seeing this, this is your full moon in Capricorn message for my fire signs. Fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So these may be one of your big three, sun, moon, rising. Although they could be really anywhere in your chart if that's where you're resonating and you want to take a look at the other placements. This could also be just like you're feeling drawn to fire energy, and so here you are receiving this message. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're here and you know what you're doing. These messages are for you. So welcome. If you're new, if you've been here before, my name is Lara, and we are going to be taking a look at our messages that are available for us under this full moon in Capricorn, which is happening July 21st. This is the second consecutive full moon in Capricorn that we've had. We had one in June, then we had a new moon in Cancer, and now we're back to a full moon in Capricorn, which is not super common, to say the least. And I just keyed in on this like today, that this is also closing out a 16-year cycle that we've been in. So a lot of the themes of the last 16 years have probably been coming up for you to reassess. I believe that cycle is also tied to Saturn in some way. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the case. And yeah, so there's a lot happening. This full moon in Capricorn is coming to us in the middle of, at the end, the tail end, not the middle, the tail end of Cancer season. So it's an interesting juxtaposition of energy. Cancer is a water sign. It is emotional. It's sensitive. It's empathic. Sensitive to a point where it can be a little insecure. It can be guarded. Tough outer shell with gooey, soft gooey center. That's Cancer energy. And, Cancer energy wants us to be in our feels. And then we have the energy of the Capricorn full moon. And the Capricorn full moon, Capricorn energy is very determined. It is goal-oriented. It is almost emotionless. So, so maybe feeling a little interesting these days. Also, what we have going on is Saturn and Neptune are both retrograde, and they're both retrograde in the sign of Pisces. So the sign of Pisces is again, it's another water sign. It's very fluid. It's imaginative. It's dreamy. It can be delulu. A lot of times Pisces energy is not super in touch with reality, but this is our dream space as well. So, and Neptune, that planet is, very at home because Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is our subconscious. So it's our subconscious, our dreams, all that lies underneath the surface, which is a lot. And then we have Saturn that's retrograde in Pisces as well. And Saturn is much more about restrictions and structures and systems. And, what we've been seeing, especially over the last 6 months or so, is the structures and systems that are no longer working. So, it's out. Whether or not you want it to be out is sort of the theme of the Saturn retrograde. And this full moon in Capricorn is here if we weren't getting ourselves together over the first full moon in Capricorn that happened last month, then Saturn's going to get you ready for it now, because the structures that are no longer serving you are not going to stay. So, you know, the universe will do you the favor for you if you can't do it for yourself. So there's that. So a lot going on, and we're going to sort of dive in and see what energy is around our fire signs. So this is a general reading. This may not be super specific to your situation personally, but we're looking at the energies, the patterns, the themes, all of that for everyone who is seeing this message. So, you know what's right for you. Trust what messages are for you. You don't have to take anything that doesn't feel like it's for you. That's totally your choice. You're the one who knows your situation the best. And, it's all you really need is an open mind and an open heart, and let your intuition guide the way for you. But hopefully what we take a look at here will provide some insight for you regardless. And these energies, these themes, all the things that we're going to be talking about and looking at, these are things that vary from person to person, but they also vary from situation, relationship, to all of that. It affects all areas of our life. So it could be something that's being highlighted more in one area over another, although I find that if it's the theme, it's in everywhere. It's just showing up in a different way. So lots of various ways that could present itself, and we are going to get into it. Also, if you are seeing this and it is not actually anywhere near July 21st, 2024, that's okay too. We're still working with the energy of the full moon for the next couple of days. But also, time is not linear. So if you are finding these messages are meant for you to hear them exactly when they're getting to you. So, don't you worry your pretty little head about it. Okay. Yes. Let's see. What else? I think that's it. I have a couple different oracle decks here. I'm going to use one of them to sort of get a little guide to lead us into our reading. Then we're going to dive in with the tarot, and we're going to actually take a look at what our focus is for fire signs, as well as the gift that's available for you under this full moon, and the gift that is for you to give under this full moon. So something for you to receive, something for you to give, and where that focus lies within that. So, all right. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to grab, this is the Keepers of Light Oracle. It's actually my first time filming with this deck. So could we please have a guide come forward for us to shed some light on what we'll be talking about for our fire signs. There we go. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, there we go. Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. That's nice. So I do have a little guidebook, so I will read from the guidebook. Probably lots of people are familiar with who Buddha is, but if not, we'll talk a little bit about it. Here we go. All right, so the Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, I probably completely butchered that. so I apologize, started his life as a rich, mollycoddled prince. This is true. But one day he broke free from the palace and was exposed to sickness, age, and death. This shook him and set him off on a spiritual adventure that would lead him to leave behind all earthly pleasures and seek enlightenment so that he could end suffering in the world. Now he helps us make contact with our inner teacher and encourages us to acknowledge how we feel and then accept it so that we can move beyond the suffering we feel. You are moving beyond the illusions that fear has created so you can be more focused on your priorities and what is serving you on this path. Hello, ding, ding, ding. It's exactly what the energy is presenting for us. All suffering eventually comes to an end, and acknowledging how you really feel and what occurred in order for you to feel this way will help you move beyond it. The wheel of karma, call on Master Buddha now to help you remember you are part of something that is greater than suffering. The wheel of karma is turning in your favor, and all your acts of kindness and goodness will benefit you. Thoughts may arise now that solve issues in your life, home, relationships, or work. They are being sent to you from your inner teacher, the Buddha within. So there we have Master Buddha. All right. Meditation is coming up really strong with increased awareness. And I'm just remembering the story of Buddha, who he went and meditated under a tree for like an impossibly long time. I'm not remembering how long it was. It was a long time. And eventually attained enlightenment. So, yes. So meditation's already coming up for me. All right. Sitting in stillness, which I feel like sometimes for fire signs is a little bit more difficult to do because fire is very fast moving energy. Okay, let me get a little shuffle here, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for us for our full moon in Capricorn focus for our fire signs. Could I please have the focus? Where will we be placing our focus under the full moon? Please and thank you. Just 1 card to show us what our focus is under this full moon in Capricorn for my beautiful fire signs. Please and thank you. There it is. Okay. Oh, look at that. That's everything we need. Thank you, thank you. Ha ha. Ha ha. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How very interesting. Ooh. Okay. Let's start with our shadow card where we normally start. And this that we have here is Temperance. Interestingly enough, Temperance is actually Sagittarius energy. Although I know not all of you are Sagittarius, but we're already talking about fire energy. It is a card of alchemy. It's a card of balance. It's a card of being in tune with this higher self. There is a purification process, balance, moderation. And underneath that is the 9 of Wands. which is all about boundaries. You know, you've been beaten and battered, and yet you persist standing, protecting your space. And underneath that is the Nine of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Cups is a card of success and fulfillment, but in the reverse position, it's really asking, you know, where have we placed our what word do I want here? Focus. What intention have we placed on our success? And is it the actual success that is going to make us happy? And by bringing ourselves into balance and protecting our space, it looks like we're going to be able to decipher what we want and what we don't, right? So maybe somebody told you that you wanted something and that's not actually what you want. Maybe you were led to believe. It didn't necessarily have to be like one person. It could have also been like a message that you got from a community or a group or society. But is the success you seek in balance with your soul's desire? Because you see this angel winged, here is like really giving me sort of like higher self imagery. I just saw 1818. Okay. More will be revealed. Let's keep going. Excuse me. So what's the focus for my fire signs? Well, interestingly enough, we have the Eight of Wands here in the reverse position. So I think the focus is where you're not focused. If that makes sense. So instead of things feeling like they're smoothly moving towards the right direction, it's maybe felt a little scattered. Maybe you feel like you've been moving in the wrong direction. Maybe you feel like things aren't taking off for you. There's a lot of really quick movement when we see this card in the upright position. It's all going towards the one goal. So in the reverse position, where are things moving against where you're going? There's an indication of misalignment here, and that being our focus. What's not working? And that is certainly that's a very full moon focus in general, is what's not working, because under the light of the full moon, we can assess, what plans that we've, been working on that aren't making any progress, what needs to go, what is continuing to grow, what's worth continuing putting in the work for. Full moons are a lot about clearing the field so that the harvest can grow. So what's feeling out of alignment for you under this full moon? And the gift, interestingly enough, the gift that you are receiving, fire signs, is the Six of Pentacles, which is literally the card of gifts. This could be charity. This could be a helping hand coming through. This could be like an actual physical gift because it is Pentacles. So this is material resources. Maybe there's some sort of benefactor coming through for you at this time. Or this could be on a more like metaphorical level of where are you in reciprocation in your relationships to the world around you. So this could be with people, places, things. And again, this is a card of balance too. This is a card of give and take. So it's echoing that, deep connection that we got from this Buddha card, right? Like everything being connected. The increased awareness of this. And so what's the gift for you to give under this moon? We have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is coming through, she gets a bad rap as being sort of cold and heartless, but really she is discerning. And she also is very protective of her peace, of her heart. She utilizes clear thinking to see the truth. So definitely this giving of this discerning eye energy is very on point with assessing what's working and what's not working. Because what's not working is throwing the balance off, is my guess. So there's more to be revealed. And a lot of this is coming through in your intuition. Not from a place of overthinking. But with that, giving that gift comes the awareness of how to cultivate more reciprocative, I don't think is a word, reciprocal relationships. Okay. So that's that. Let me go ahead. I'm going to grab an oracle from our moon deck, and this is just going to wrap everything up in a nice little bow for us. So let's see what the moon deck has to say as far as providing any extra clarity for my fire signs for their full moon in Capricorn focus messages. What do we have for our fire signs to wrap up their message today? There it is. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That's actually like a lot. Hang on 1 second. Okay, there were way too many cards that just came out. So I just need one card. I'm going to shuffle a little more. Please and thank you. There it is. Hello. Okay. I am of the earth and in harmony with nature. Going back to deep connection, interconnectedness, increased awareness, mindfulness, grounding. I keep coming back to meditation. It's a great way to get in touch with yourself. Making some space for your thoughts. Let me, though, I'm going to read out of the little booklet that we have for this. Where are we? Number 12. Earth, yeah. We are forces of nature and carry the fertile, creative, elemental beauty of the earth within us. We were born from elemental beauty. We were born from it and are an embodiment of her harmonious cycles. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit is a chant that we can all celebrate together. Like the earth and all of her wild elements, you pulse through and permeate all that you touch. You contract and expand, gather and release, rise and fall. When you are in harmony with nature, you can allow this dance to lead you with less force and more flow. There we go. Yes. Less force, more flow. Less force, more flow. Communicate with the elements and pay attention to the softest of whispers. Ground yourself in the soil and unleash your creative life force. Our beloved Mother Earth generously provides for us and is our sacred home. In respecting her lush bounty with gratitude and love, we reflect self-respect and healing for all. Together, we are connected to her wise rhythms. So, yes, a lot of connection, deep connection, interconnectedness, connection to the earth. Grounding down, grounding in. The Eight of Wands too, this is a fire energy. So this is sort of like an out of control, fiery energy here. So really like coming back home, getting clear so that this balance that you seek can come through. And this is all part of the creative process with the Temperance card. So that's what I have for you, my beautiful fire signs. I hope that this made sense. You're going to have to let me know. Leave me a comment and let me know how it resonated. You would know more than me, probably. And if you are interested in connecting with me elsewhere or at all interested in what I do and or working with me or whatever, if you have questions for me, there's information on how You can connect with me all in the description box below this video. And yeah, that's what I've got, fire signs. So I hope this was helpful. And I, wish you luck. And I, as per usual, will see you on the other side.